So welcome back. This is week 3 of Leader Reads with Radical Candor this month. This week we talked about chapter 6, chapter 7, and just started chapter 8. So let's focus back on chapter 6 and chapter 7. So in chapter 6, it's all about guidance. And as Kim talks about throughout the book, one of the 3 main responsibilities of any leader is to provide guidance. And this is where, as a leader, your opportunity is to provide that guidance in the form of getting feedback, both in praise and in criticism. But you need to get feedback from your team. You need to encourage it between team members, and you need to ultimately provide it to your team. When you can create this culture where feedback is the norm, not the exception, it starts to transform your teams. I was recently looking back at the Gallup poll of the American workforce and the engagement stats. And what's interesting is it's been going up and up in recent years. And one of the biggest trends is you're seeing leaders talk about they're getting more feedback. And feedback just starts to create this culture of everyone starting to grow, understand one another, and become better versions of themselves, better teams, and ultimately you as a better leader. So that act of getting comfortable giving guidance. And I love how Kim challenges that feedback sandwich, which many of us have been told to give something positive, then something negative, and then put something positive on the end of that. It can't be unauthentic. And so this goes back to the core premise of this book, Radical Candor, right? To care personally and challenge directly. And when you can give that both praise and criticism, and it's coming from that place where you are really interpreted and felt that you care about that individual, it makes all the difference as a leader. So just be cognizant of that as you're looking to give feedback and guidance to your teams. So in chapter 7, Kim starts to talk about team. And that second piece of a leader's responsibility beyond guidance is building teams. And when you're building teams, one of the things is understanding that you are part of those team members' journey. Many leaders fall down because they thought their responsibility stopped at the point they hired an individual. And it really is just the beginning. And it takes us all the way back to chapter 1. Kim talks about that emotional energy that it takes to become a boss, to be a great leader, is to be emotionally invested, not just in yourself, but in the success of your team. And that's often looking beyond this one role, but what is this individual's unique needs? What motivates and drives them? How does this connect to their longer life journey, their growth trajectory? Because you're going to be a guide along their way to help them grow as an individual and as a leader. Some of them may be rock stars and looking for more stability. Some of them may be looking for that high growth trajectory. But you're going to be there at this point in time to guide them, to understand them, to help motivate them, encourage them, give them that honest feedback, but care personally and challenge directly. Chapter 8, we start talking about results. We'll go into that next week, but I hope you've enjoyed this week in Leader Reads, and we will see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care.